All right. I was just flagged from my last one with Donald Trump and him doing his signs on my other video last night. So this is what I'm going to tell y'all. If you really want to watch my videos, you need to watch them live. I guess it wasn't a snowstorm or a hurricane or whatever you want to call it. But we're going to let people get in. I don't know who's in here yet or nothing. But I will tell you this. You're going to be shocked when you find out who Colin Kaepernick is, which does not surprise me. I have reported it in Facebook and I have reported it before in other places, but you football fans and the ones that's standing up for this guy, well, they're going to cut your head off. I just want to let you know that right now. It's reverse psychology. If you haven't went to school for reverse psychology, then you need to learn something. But without further ado, let's start off with Burt Reynolds. At this tournament, by the way, I'm Undertaker, and then that will be the final round, and we head to the second round of the final 25. Okay, here we go, guys. Enjoy.
I can't talk about escapades because we'd be blacked out. But I could talk about, we'll be talking about all the directors. I had some crazy directors. Sam Fuller, who used to shoot a gun off for action, and Blake Edwards. Some really terrific. Bob Aldrich, who played football in college, kept reminding me that at every play. I played football in college. But we had some real animals in the first long shot, which I thought was the best one. And the guys that were getting clobbered, me. I remember I ran around in one time and Ray Niskey hit me. I went through the table, over the bench, into a bunch of glasses and crap, fell in there, and I got up like that. And I said, Ray, it's just a movie. And he went, not to me. Somebody take this guy to home.
Tell me about the Burt Reynolds Institute for Film and Theater and why
it's important to me because you've got to have somebody give you a hand in this business, otherwise you won't make anything. So I had somebody that was wonderful to me, a bunch of people actually, and some really talented kids here that I wanted to tell them where the minefields are. So they're going to step on them anyway, but you got to tell them where they are, and just really that, just to kind of get them started in the right direction.
Your name's all over in Jupiter, and I live there. And how does that make you feel to be so associated with Jupiter?
Well, I love that town. It's a great little town. I hope it stays a little town. It's growing by the minute, but it's a great little town. People there are wonderful, and we don't have too many snowbirds down there now. They're all gone back. So, the drivers are better.
And your dad, last question, was the police chief for Riviera Beach?
That's right.
What was that like growing up?
Tough.
Right?
Threw me in jail 3 times. And the third time, he came down, he went, your father's here, you go home, your father's here, you go home. He looked at me and said, your father didn't show up. Every drunk he arrested, he threw on top of me. So it shook me right up. I didn't want to go through that again.
82 years old, folks. Burt Reynolds passed away. And yes, he did pass away. He did not go underground. But let's see how many people are on yet.
people are on yet.
2. All right. Yay. And you're probably gonna get this late, but I do got some news. I'm gonna read it out to y'all. The hurricane has changed directions, folks, and it's for the worst. Okay, folks. I've been watching the wind shear. I've been watching the hurricane. That sand is really, really pushing it faster. It's going to be here by Tuesday. If it stays on path. Okay, folks, it could change. But, yeah. Let's go to the earthquake that happened in the Fiji Islands. One of the biggest earthquakes that has been recorded at 8.0 on the Richter scale. And this time it was no tsunami. Therefore, it was a marine submarine that hit the plates. And if you don't know what I mean, you will very soon. California will. That's what they're going to do. They're going to hit the plates with the submarine. That's what former NWO elite walked away and said it. So, but that's one of the stories. The other story is big, guys, and it just came out about an hour ago. Breaking news: we have a new update on Florence, and it's not good, but not good. Bad for 40 million people. This hurricane is heading toward Washington, D.C., Virginia, New York, Philadelphia, at a Cat 3, possibly a Cat 4 hurricane, folks. This could be a Hurricane Andrew with a sandstorm about the size as Hurricane Andrew, but there is more than that. With it, a sandstorm is with it 135 miles per hour, and I've never seen anything like it in me following storms and hurricanes for so many years. The dust has come from the Saharan desert. It's getting stronger. It's actually killed the other hurricanes. But after the dust settles again, we'll be hurricane freak again, I guess you can say. But I'm looking at the map. It does not look good, folks. I got it on my Facebook. If you want to follow me, go right ahead. Follow me first, and you'll get my notifications on YouTube. I got a little bit to say about Burt Reynolds before I go on to this seed of the CIA. Dale Jr. Jackson is what I put the thing on there. One of my favorite actors, and I was just talking to a friend about that. He passed away. Burt Reynolds, the Bandit, is in the pearly gates with Jackie Gleason, probably playing Smokey and the Bandit together. Rest in peace, buddy. I remember you jumping the bridge on Highway 78 between Jasper and Summerton back in the 70s. My dad took me to see that. I'll be doing a special on my YouTube channel, probably on the other one with Burt Reynolds music, and I created the Smokey and the Bandit car on Forza. I want y'all to see. I don't think I put it out there yet. I want to now since this happened. 1936 to 2018. He was one hell of a actor. He played in Stroker Race. He played in a couple movies. He played in The Longest Yard, the first one in the 70s, and then he went back and did one with Adam Sandler. Uh, Burt Reynolds was in a movie called shoot, it was about a cop. Can't remember. And an African American kid was in it. I done forgot the name, but that was a pretty good movie. If anybody remembers it. My ears are really popping today. We're having a pole shift, folks. But let's go to this one. I've been seeing all the posts on Facebook about Colin Kaepernick. He's not really a football player, folks. And I don't care if you think I'm racist or not, I'm not, because I have friends that's African Americans, and actually I've had Muslims come to me. I've got bad news, folks. Colin Kaepernick is the leader of ISIS. It's Osama bin Laden's family, Barack Hussein Obama's family, and Saddam Hussein's family. Saddam Hussein is the grandfather. I'm not shitting you out, guys. This is not a joke. I'm not joking. It's actually a nightmare if you want to know the truth. We think Saddam Hussein is not even dead. We think he was an actor. Osama bin Laden is not dead. He was an actor. And Barack Hussein Obama's brother is Colin Kaepernick. We've been had, folks. They come in here and trying to stop our freedom. And now they're trying to stop our military. This is the reverse psychology, folks. If you kneel down to the flag, they're going to bring in the military for martial law. The American troops, because they know that y'all don't want freedom no more. Yep, that's the plan. Any day now, we're going to have parachutes flying everywhere. You might as well either start standing up for the flag or get rid of an account, because it's the plan. It's the reverse psychology that I've been seeing. That's what my grandfather was telling me before he passed away. My uncle that passed away, he told me that their plans was to provoke something for protests, which there is a Donald Trump protest happening in Montana. What if the volcano erupts on that day? I heard something about George W. Bush Sr. dying today. It hasn't happened yet, but he is in his deathbed. I will tell you this, folks. Don't be fooled with all the stuff that's happening right now, folks. Y'all are being distracted for all these storms and earthquakes and all this stuff happening. The media wants you dead. New York Times, New York Post, whatever you want to call it, satanic ritual, New York Post, New York Times, Washington Post, NBC, CBS, ABC, HLN, CNN, that's Clinton News Network, if you did not know that, and Ted Turner. They're all for the Georgia Guidestones. There want to be at least 55 million people on Earth. I mean, not on Earth, but on the United States. We're way over that. They're killing you off left and right. Like I said, over 300,000 people are missing in the last 2 years from the hurricanes and the volcanoes and earthquakes and stuff happening. That's Texas. They're shipping your bodies to ship them to China, because Chinese likes eating people. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But this is what's going to happen. With the Marines militia is going to be fighting against these guys. I think they're going to give up, because they're going to know that we're not going to go without a fight. Now, got to be very, very careful on what you're saying on Facebook about Colin Kaepernick. Okay? Don't threaten to kill anybody online. Remember the drones that I told you about. They're doing this on purpose. They're bringing in the drones to kill you for bullying. That's what they did to Madden. That's what they're doing to, I'm being very, very serious about this, and I'm very emotional about this. The robots are taking your life. And they're doing it. Silent death, folks. So I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that Colin Kaepernick is one of the guys that's been in one of these pics in black. He's not really a real football player. You can see that. He's on the bench. He said, well, let's see what I can do since I'm not a good football player, and see if I can get somebody roused up. George Soros is paying him over $1 billion to not stand for the United States flag. I wanted you to know that. George Soros is paying Obama. Okay? There's your money maker. There's your guy that is changing the whole game of America right now. And he is from Germany. He's not from the EU. He's from Germany. He was the sidekick of Hitler. Go look it up. He's atheist, but he's reading the Bible. He's doing everything that the Bible's saying. Ain't that something? How about that reverse psychology? And I told you about the Bathomets homing devices on them. George Soros put the Bathomets in the city, and y'all are like screaming and hollering and yeah, all right. Y'all doing a great job. But you sheep are following the goat. And guess who's going to blow it up? None other than Putin. Blow up your city. If you've got a Baphomet in your city, folks, you will be blown away. That's coming from Edward Snowden. Ex-CIA is Kevin Shipp, and ex-NSA is Edward Snowden. Thought you might want to know that, folks. I've been trying to give you heads up on everything. Without further ado, I'm going to the next story. I'm not staying on this clown, Colin Kaepernick. Colin, ball up the fist like Hitler, bitch. Right? Football players, ball up the fist like Hitler. How much are they paying you, football players? You follow the goat. You're the sheep. And you will go to a FEMA camp for it. Just thought you might want to know that. Anybody that's kneeling down or kneeling and praying at the United States flag, you will have your head cut off. I just want you to know that right now. All right, what's going on? We had an active shooter today. Is this really happening? I haven't seen any bodies coming out of there. I haven't seen nothing, so we're going to go right back to the drones. They're trying to take your guns. We're going to talk about the Las Vegas shooting a little bit more. Stephen Paddock was actors running guns and drugs, and they sold prostitutes, just like Natalie Holloway. And you're a Vandersloot. They used to be buddies. All of them. Jeffrey Epstein, Tony Podesta, John Podesta, all gun runners, blood runners, you name it. I can't read none of your comments today, guys. I'm having to sit down. I will read them at the end. I'm just giving y'all the news right now. Let's see here. Let's go to the news, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Tupac fan, thank you for subscribing, partner, on both channels. Y'all want to, y'all can subscribe to him. He's Tupac fan. Good kid. There's some channels that I want y'all to check out that I get a lot of my news from. Into Thin Air, he's pretty good. He lives up north. Blazing News Press, Janet Tane, Evolution, Thor News, Mr. MBBBB3333, Lisa Haven, Anonymous, Dabo 7, former military from Ohio, Sergeant Report, former military. That's just a couple. CW77. Michael from Nibiru News, former military. Logic of Authority, Daniel Alexander Cannon, former scientist from Berkeley. He knows what's going on in Hawaii. There's a couple. Gotcha News, and Weather Hub TV, and JWTV from Biloxi, Mississippi. All right, let's keep on going. Just wanted to tell y'all where I'm getting some of my news, and subscribe to them if y'all want to. It's up to y'all. But yeah, we got a new track on the hurricane, and it's not good, guys. Mr. MBBBB3333 has a report. It's a small one. Listen to her. Let's get to this.
You see an athlete conquering a local mud run thanks to her knee replacement, covered by Thursday, September 6th, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, I've got a new updated track for Hurricane Florence. It's about a week out. As we're getting closer, the models will become more precise. They're starting to come in agreement now with this huge sandicane, and it will be loaded with dust particulates from the Sahara Desert. And there's also another one behind it that could potentially have even more. But this is Florence as it's moving across the central Atlantic. Here's one of the latest models showing where this storm could impact. And this is a forecast. It can and will change. But it's showing a high-pressure ridge coming into play as this storm gets closer to the eastern seaboard, causing it to impact in the Washington, Philadelphia, New York area on Thursday into Friday, hanging around for about 24 hours, generating some huge waves, dropping tremendous amounts of rain and high winds.
Wait a minute. Somebody say Colin something. I'm seeing the comments now. Hold on. Wow, hold on. Did I mention we just got hit on West Coast 8.0 deep under the plates a couple of hours ago? No, I did not know that. Where's that at? California? Whoa. I'm not getting no notifications on it. And I'm getting a hurricane out. Hi, how are you doing today? I'm not feeling good. If you noticed, I'm kind of quiet. Wow. I'm sure you're believing what I'm just saying. I can't believe I'm saying it either. That cop and a half. Yes. Are they making them work or just eating the people? Eating the people. They're not making them work. They're dying. The robots are going to take over humanity. Wasn't California a due weapon? I don't know. That was California. Is the bathroom a blood ritual for them? Yes. Actually, they blowed up the whole city. Hello, brother. Good evening, everyone. Kaepernick. Yeah, that's funny. Well, I mean, he can't even play football, and they're following him like he's Michael Jordan at Nike. It's kind of embarrassing to Nike. I'm not ever going to wear anything of theirs no more. Well, I'm not going to buy anything from them anymore. I just bought new Nikes, and that'll be my last pair. I will tell you that much. But I'm about to have to put some military boots on and start fighting, I guess. California 8.0. Let me check, okay? But we do need to hear about this. Y'all need to listen to this, folks. Bad hurricane coming, guys, and another one behind it is what Mr. MBBB 3333 is saying.
If it does make landfall at that strength, which is probably a Cat 3, 935 millibars in the Category 3 range, possibly a Category 4. Either way, it's a strong storm with very high winds, and it will produce incredible sea swells. Look at that, extending from Nova Scotia to Florida, and that's courtesy of Hurricane Florence.
Wow.
As it goes by Bermuda, some of the sea swells could reach 40 feet.
Wow.
Maybe higher in some places.
I heard
it
80,
will
but
impact
that's
Bermuda,
different.
whether it's direct or indirect, that still remains to be seen. But this is a new model showing a more precise location, and it could affect 40 million people in about a week. We'll have to wait and see. Models will change, but right now, this sand-loaded major hurricane is headed towards the eastern seaboard of the United States. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So, he's got 7,500,000 views. I got a bunch of them views too. Y'all just not seeing it. 3 dead, 2 injured in Cincinnati. I think they've been hit upside the head in explosives from the killer drones. By the way, I've got something to tell y'all. Mike Pence has a code to tell y'all. Listen to this. And then we'll go to the earthquake in a minute. I had no idea. If it's an 8.0, y'all should already... I don't know. That's crazy. I've not seen anything on it yet. It's towed on.
Who continues to be the lodestar for those of us figure that the lodestar of the rulemaking process is that, and so vigilance and resolve will be our lodestar.
That's going to continue to be a lodestar.
Jack's lodestar as our lodestar. Lodestar. It really was the lodestar.
What the heck is he talking about? Anybody know? That is Mike Pence saying the lodestar. What in the hell? Anybody want to help me out here? That's a good one. Maybe that's another code that we're about to die. I don't know. They got a lot of codes out there lately. I noticed that. Let me hear. Let me see. .0 on the Richter scale in California. Nope. Whoever's giving your news, I feel sorry for you. Nope. That would be a negatory. That would be a negatory right there. Sorry to break the news to you. They're not telling the dang thing about it. They might be lying. I don't know, but it's not on YouTube. So, yeah. This just happened. If it just happened, now it might take a while for them to download the videos, and maybe it's loading in their, it's kind of late or whatever. Finally, a dang match finally done. Triple H wins. I hope you're right. Me too. If y'all not heard WWE news, Shawn Michaels is willing to wrestle again. I guess that Monday night thing was not just a talk thing. He either is going to be the referee or he's going to wrestle. Well, I keep on hearing Daniel Bryan versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. If we have a WrestleMania, I don't think we're going to have one, folks. I don't think we're going to see the end of the season of NASCAR or the football season. I really don't. Not what we're seeing right now. 2 hours ago, noonish, California. Yes, see, Facebook has something about it. Earthquake 8.0, noonish, California. Let's see what happens. Nope. Facebook's keeping it secret too, I guess. Does that surprise y'all, folks? Nothing surprises me. California waiting on something. I'm waiting on a submarine missile to hit the plates in California. That's how they're going to do it. If you still haven't heard that, y'all need to go down to find it on my Facebook. On my YouTube. On this YouTube. I got it on both, but I'm getting shadow banned, so I can go out there and show it to you again. I think I did it last week. But, yeah. They're not playing, guys. I don't know how to explain it. They're not playing. They got a plan. They got a plan, folks. It's a scary plan. NWO wants you dead. They're saying that we're lazy, which they're the ones that shut our jobs down. It wasn't us. And they keep on shutting us down. I worked in the metal and the steel industry, and they shut us down. So you tell me. Obama took my job. So what can you do? But fight back, fight against them, and that's what I'm doing. I don't see anything. I'm gonna go do another deal. Let's see if Dutch Sense has something about it, but he's been getting flagged too. Dutch Sense, earthquake 8.0 in California. And the winner is. What time was this? Just now? I got one for 5 hours ago, but ain't that the Fiji Islands? Fiji Islands had an 8.0, but not California. Maybe that's what you're talking about. More news on Hurricane. All models begin to agree. Washington, D.C., New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Boston. 40 million people is in the crosshairs. And remember, that sand is going to hurt at the speeds it's going. Oh my gosh. I've never heard of a hurricane. A sandstorm hurricane. Or I don't know what you want to call it, but I call it Mr. Grinch. If you haven't seen my other video with Mr. Grinch holding the hurricane, it looks like Mr. Grinch's hand pushing the thing. And I played Mr. Sandman Bring Me a Dream from Halloween, from the Rob Zombie Halloween. Here you go. And I'll listen to this. This is Into Thin Air, by the way. Yep. Into Thin Air.
Alright, everybody, we are here for our daily hurricane update as we are following Hurricane Florence. Yes, as you've noticed, it has dropped down to Category 2, 105 miles per hour. I do have an explanation for this. somewhat, and I believe that this storm is currently going through an eye wall replacement cycle, and we can kind of see that here. You can see that defined
Okay, I'll
eye
check it out.
early on in the chart, and then it kind of gets covered up, and this is around the time where it began to weaken. According to all the charts, which we are now 6, 7, and 8 days out now, just past that 5-day mark.
Hold on, I'm getting a message. I can't get it, Charlotte. I don't know what you said, but if I touch that thing, I'm going to lose my screen. I didn't get what you said, but I heard and saw. Hold on. USGS has been deleting EQ for a long time. I know. Bunch of cowards. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. They don't want to tell you that God's coming. I'll tell you that much. Google's scared. They know they're going in the water. Facebook is scared. They're going in the water. That's why they keep on saying they're going to lose the internet. We know the plan now, folks. We know the plan. They put the internet in California. Everything is in California, folks. Apple is in China. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Apple has changed to, and iPhones are in China now. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. They moved it to China. Ain't that something? Doesn't surprise me. I'm glad I didn't get an iPhone. And I didn't get an Apple computer. So they say that's the chip, microchip. Makes sense because in the Bible it says Adam and Eve eating the apple. Now you're about to eat the apple a different way. As we head in 2019 in a couple of months.
This thing will regain its eye wall and will strengthen as it heads towards the East Coast. And to back that up, there is just article after article talking about how Hurricane Florence, the chances of it affecting the U.S. coast are rising dramatically. So for those of you that think that I'm trying to scare people or cause panic, that is the last thing I do. If you follow my channel, you know very well that that is not what I do on this channel.
And where was the protest, folks? Anybody remember where the protest was with the monuments and everything? I told you that we're going to steer these son of a guns right where your protest was. And there comes martial law. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I grew up before internet, LOL, Google, YouTube, and FBI, Facebook is what I call it. Need a baptism, to be honest. Well, they're about to. That's funny. Oh my God, I have not laughed yet today. I'm hurting. But that's a good one. Why am I laughing? God, there you go. Just what comes around goes around. You don't pay nobody. I mean, Trump tried to warn you. If you don't pay these people, you're going in the water. That's what he was trying to tell you. Hold on, let's see. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, if you're trying to go get the NASCAR, I know there's some NASCAR fans on my Facebook and on my YouTube and everything. And I'm going to be, I put this out on Facebook. But if you're going to buy the game for NASCAR at midnight at Walmart, they're saying they're not going to have it until tomorrow. They do not want to give out games at midnight no more. Like I was telling you in a report a couple of weeks ago that WWE and NASCAR will be at 9 o'clock that night if UPS comes in at the time. And it won't be at midnight because 2019 will be a curfew for everyone. If you did not hear, a lot of curfews are coming very soon. They were warning you during the hurricanes that there's going to be a curfew. I'm just seeing reports right now. FEMA and the UN is getting ready for a disturbing hurricane. It might be a F5. I call it F5. Category 5 hurricane that could hit the East Coast. I'm getting another report saying that the storm surge could be up to 80 feet in length on the waves. It's unbelievable, folks. This looks like something out of a movie called Day After Tomorrow, when you know how the big wave comes in and hits Liberty. Does anybody remember that movie very well? I love that movie. I have a copy of it somewhere. I think it's in at my aunt's. I left some of my stuff at my aunt's. I don't even live there. I just moved my stuff there. I need to go get my TV. I got a 70-inch TV there too. But yeah, got a lot of stuff happening, folks. FEMA's getting ready to come and get you, just like they did Hawaii, and like they did Texas and Irma people. They got Cuba. There's not that many people living in Cuba no more. But I'm in this other match. I'm Undertaker. So enjoy. Yeah, listen to him.
I show you daily data and the different outcomes based on that data. So as we watch these charts every day, this storm is getting closer and closer and closer to the U.S. coast. Now some of the models have all landfall going on, and we're going to check those out in a minute. This is our mimic chart right here. We can get a good idea of where Florence is. You can see it's making that northwestern movement, and then it begins to hook a little bit more of a western direction, and that's where we need to start watching out, because as this thing heads west, there's going to be a high pressure bubble up in the Atlantic Ocean that's going to keep this storm pressed down into this direction, possibly up into this direction. But nonetheless, every single major model right now has this thing making some sort of landfall between South Carolina and literally New Jersey, New York, and Long Island. So we're going to go through all those charts. We're going to verify all the information so there's no confusion like there was in my last video. A lot of people had a lot of criticism about why I am talking about a storm that is over 5 days out, and that is because these models are all beginning to agree that the storm will in fact make it to the U.S. coast. Now, of course, there is the chance that it might not, and I repeat that over and over again in videos, so I'm not sure what certain people are listening to that like to give me a hard.
I agree with you into thin air. People don't understand. We're watching the wind shear. I think me and him are on the same page. You watch that wind shear, folks. That wind shear, the invisible wind shear that I was showing y'all yesterday in that video, I hope it didn't get blocked or kicked off or whatever, but I was trying to teach y'all a little bit of what the weather does. But yeah. I'm just giving you a heads up. You could change with the next 5 days. Maybe it'll change and turn around and hit the EU. Hit George Soros, not us. You know what I mean? That's what I look at it. I want George Soros's head on a platter.
Time about that, but I go over every single possibility with data to show, and with the data we have right now, we're going to go through once again the CMC model, the Canadians, we're going to go through the GFS model, the Americans, and we're going to go through the European models. And again, these are 7 days out, at most 8 days out. So within the next 2 days, we're going to be within that 5-day period, and if this is still showing the same routes as far as making landfall in the U.S., then I guess that kind of silences those critics down below. For those of you down below defending me and the work, and all they have to do is listen to my words to understand that I talk about all different situations and I don't make predictions, I really appreciate that, to keep people in check down below that tend to not watch the entire video before commenting. So thank you for that. As we go through the Canadian model, this is what they have to say as of right now. As we move into September 11th, you see the storm is just over the Leeward Islands. It begins to gain strength again, as I believe the storm is currently going through an eye wall replacement cycle. As I showed you in this video, as you see the eye dissipate, and then it will regain strength.
Wow, that sounds like me. I need an eye replacement. That hurricane don't even need an eye. It needs to be eaten alive by the dust. I thought the dust was gonna eat it. And usually a dust killer, but it's not working. This is weird. This is a storm that is kind of scaring the crap out of me.
Again, as it gets into a little warmer water, this could be due to a little bit of shear wind going on in the area, but nonetheless, all the charts are showing this storm recovering and then becoming another major hurricane as it approaches the east coast. So the Canadian models have this thing coming right into North Carolina and then up into Virginia. That is a literal landfall. That is the Canadian models, and they are expecting that around the 13th, going into the 14th. That is about 7 days away, so we're 2 days away from that 5-day outlook period. So you can see with your own eyes, this thing is going right into that area. As we switch to the GFS model, this is the one that concerns me the most because this is closer to the area I live in. We can back this up. The GFS model also has this storm regaining strength very rapidly, 932 after that eyewall replacement cycle, reforming itself, and then making a straight line all the way up to that pocket between North Carolina all the way to the Chesapeake Bay, and then as it moves up, we begin to see a possible landfall around Long Island. We have New Jersey in there, Rhode Island just above. We have
Zack Ryder, Long Island iced tea. Watch out. What is going on? Quit sending me. Why is people sending me stuff right now? I can't get to nothing.
as I said, Long Island, and then Connecticut's in there,
Wow.
New York City's in there, and then the bottom parts of New Hampshire and Maine as well. So there is a second chart that is projecting this to make a landfall in the northeast as opposed to the Canadian model, as they project a landfall more to the south. And now finally, our other major chart we like to follow is the European chart, and they have basically a mix in.
There you go again. The truth hurts. That's the second time. Comment did not work. Whatever you're putting out there, they said bye. I've been warning you. Next one you're gonna get, they're probably gonna kick you off. I've been warning y'all. Don't say anything religious or hate. They're not just gonna kick you off. A drum's gonna hit you in the head. I'm just warning you right now. You're not listening to me. None of y'all are. And I've been trying to warn you and try to warn you. But the truth hurts. You got that right. I just gave you the truth.
In the middle, they show this thing hooking up a little bit right above North Carolina into the Virginia area, and then rolling up the East Coast, basically mimicking the GFS. So again, guys, all these models are beginning to come together, and they're beginning to show very, very similar outcomes. And as we watch our spaghetti plots, we can see that this thing will be tracking west no matter what. It's just a matter of when it will be kicked out into the ocean. There are still some models that have this thing coming out and not even coming close to land, but every day we look at these models, we're seeing actual landfalls. We're seeing landfalls and then the storm coming back out into the ocean. So these are the things we need to keep an eye on, especially in these closing days as we approach that 5-day mark, where we're 5 days out from the storm doing what it's going to do. So Ventu Sky, I want to show you this really quick. This is the GFS version. I'm going to hit play here and you can kind of get an idea of where this storm is going to roll right up into the northeast if it does. Keyword, if it does, for those of you that are listening to my videos and not just commenting. I'm going to hit play here and you'll see what this thing wants to do.
Wow.
There you have it. It's moving up into the pocket. And then this is where things start getting interesting as we just pass Chesapeake Bay, get near the Philadelphia area, New Jersey, and then right up through Long Island. And that is where the data begins to end. It makes landfall right at the eastern tip, could be Montauk landfall, and then right underneath Connecticut, then Rhode Island, and then we're into Massachusetts, and that is when they begin to see this storm maybe move out this way or even hook back down into the Atlantic Ocean. So Again, guys, here is another chart showing that this storm is projected to get dangerously close to the U.S. coast. And again, we are 7 days out, 8 days out, about 3 days away from that 5-day period. So 3 days from now, if we are seeing the same exact thing, then it's going to be seriously time to prepare for a possible major hurricane landfall. And that is just what we're dealing with, guys. That is why we do this every single day. We want to watch this data every day. We want to see the changes. We want to see what's affecting it around the storm. And we make educated guesses. We don't make predictions here. I've never once said that this hurricane is going to hit land or hit a specific area. I show you what the models show and the possibilities.
Really?
And that's where we
The
go from
hell?
here. So right now, it looks to me like Florence is going through an eye wall replacement cycle,
That's the toughest cold I've
which
ever
means
seen
that
my entire life.
more than likely, because it's in
Two
open
more
water
planes
and in warm water,
and
this
a
eye wall
cruise
will
ship
replace itself according to all the charts. It does,
At New-
as you can see
New-
with the
New York
pressure.
Harbor pulled off the
Right
passenger
now on the
and
6th, it's about
screamed
1,002, so that
for
is why
Ebola.
it has
That does
dropped
not
to a
surprise me.
Category 2 storm. But as we move forward in
surprise
time,
me.
you see that number drop back into the 900s, 983. And then we get to 975, 965. So that could be the remnants of an eye wall replacement cycle. So by the time we get to September 11th, which is 5 days away, this is a full-blown hurricane once
Oh, good
again.
day.
So that is the data we have as of right now, guys. I am not going to
Truth, that's a
begin to
big
tell
guy.
people to prepare, besides the fact maybe getting some extra water and supplies. If these models stay true and we do have a landfall anywhere from South Carolina up into the Northeast, we are certainly going to be dealing with power outages, storm surge, and that's all going to depend on the size of the storm as it gets there. Usually the relation between storm surge is also based on the pressure of the storm and the category that it's at. That usually gives you the amount of feet of storm surge we will be dealing with. And unfortunately, with this area of the U.S., there's a lot of canals and a lot of inlets that allow water to flow through, so very susceptible to flooding, just like we saw Gordon with this area down here with the 4 states meeting, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and Florida. A lot of little streams and gullies and inlets in here, and those tend to get flooded first, and then...
Are y'all seeing that, guys? Comment removed by Skynet. Did you see that? Anybody see that? The truth hurts. Am I right? It's the 3rd time they're going to kick you off. Thank you. I'm not lying to you. The truth hurts. Skynet is here. I want you to know that. You may be done. You better lock your doors. Just want you to know that. It's a threat. Somebody's threatening me. And I told you I put my stuff on privacy, and Skynet is coming. You're the next Cruz or the next Madden. I just found this out. The guy that was threatening him never went to Florida. He didn't have the money, and that he threatened to hurt him on Facebook or threatened to kill him and stuff. And then all of a sudden the shooting happened at the bar, and the guy wasn't even there. It was the drones. So I just want you to know that. Just thought you might want to know that. Yeah. Yeah, he's saying something. Oh well. Tried to warn them. They don't want to listen. Told them it was coming 8 years ago. Nobody listened. It's the Amanda Todd Act. Obama signed it in 2012. Go look it up.
Depending on how far in the storm goes, that will depend on how much of the other parts of the states are affected. So I wanted to make this a quicker video for you guys and just give you the quick update. Any major changes, you know, I will be right back here to show you. But we're approaching that 5-day period, guys. And then after that, we really need to start relying on these charts. And I use charts that a lot of other weather channels use that are calling for the same exact thing. And when you start getting mainstream media sites calling for East Coast having an increased chance of being hit by a hurricane, you got to take this stuff seriously. I know a lot of people don't trust these websites, but nonetheless, they are all agreeing with these spaghetti plots and the models that we show on a daily basis here. So that is the update for now, guys. We are dealing with a bunch of different things going on. We still have Tropical Depression Gordon dumping rain all over the central east part of the U.S. under the Great Lakes. We have Hurricane Florence as a Category 2. We have the 90% chance formation of Helena.
There goes another one, guys. Did y'all see that? Another one. Comment removed by Skynet. Oh well. Try to tell you. You gone. I don't even have to mess with you. I told you, Lindsay. I told you. What happened yesterday? Oh, another one removed. Keep on, guys. I wish I had a video camera to show what it's doing. Golly, this is unbelievable. Yesterday was Google and Facebook and Twitter. Their plan worked yesterday. They passed the bill. Your freedom is over. Your hate speech is gone. Another one gone. Comment removed by Skynet. 2 of them. Tried to warn you. What's wrong, Lindsay? Shocked? I'm not. Who's trolling who now? Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Oh wow, I know who they are. Destin McGee 8 from Cedars Rapids, Iowa. Jim Toome from Nashville, Tennessee. We're here. Run. That's what I thought. He backed out when I found out who it was. Thank you, Kevin Shipp and Edward Snowden, for giving me that information. Who's next? We're here. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, I told somebody last night I had ESP. That's all I got to say about that. All right, 5 hours ago, Dutch Sense. Let's listen to him.
We're here live at the scene of the crime, and at this time, you see it on the news almost every day.
Yeah, we do. A lot of shootings by ISIS, Sharia law, whatever you want to call it. I call it a goober coming in the White House messing up our freedom. All right. Yeah, hi, Skynet. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's get serious. Dutch Sense got something to say.
It is 11:14 a.m. Central Time on the 6th of September 2018. It is Thursday in the United States, and I've got some breaking news for you. An 8.1 earthquake has just struck 15 to 20 minutes ago down below the West Pacific at 669 kilometers deep. Other agencies have just weighed in at 7.5, coming in at 645 kilometers deep. This is a major event. Our second megaquake has struck down below the plates. and subsequently a new 5 struck down at the plate boundary in New Zealand. Guys, this is a huge earthquake, a massive earthquake. This is going to be displacing the entire planet again, just like what happened 3 weeks ago. If you live over in Indonesia, if you live up in Japan, if you live over in Papua New Guinea, if you live in the West Pacific, if you live down in New Zealand, if you live over in Asia, Europe, or on the west coast of the United States, you live in Central America on the coast or South America on the coast. Let me name the countries: United States, Canada, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, keep going down to the south, Peru, Brazil, even going right into Chile's border region with Bolivia. Over here, New Zealand, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, Philippines, Taiwan, Japan, Russia, Kamchatka, Russia, United States, Alaska, west coast of Canada. Everybody needs to pay attention at this point, and we all need to be ready for large earthquake activity to take place over the next several days, 7 to 10 days from now. Well, 7 days puts us to the 13th, and 10 days puts us to the 18th. So we're about to go back into overdrive. This is the biggest activity we've ever seen. So take the previous 8.2 and couple it together with the current 8.2, and this would be the most activity we've seen ever. More than the Japan megaquake even. Japan megaquake had one single 9.0. Here we are with 2 different 8s. On top of the 7s, on top of the 6s, we've got ourselves a very, very serious...
Yes, Christine, you're right. It is. How you like my United States Championship I created? I actually created the 25 Raw Arena too. It's not on the game. But yeah, you're right. Oh, there it is again. Yeah. He's out of here. You're out of here. Truth hurts, don't it? You're not messing my channel up. See ya. Hey, I got one for you. Delete, 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 obsolete. Or can we start singing the song? Hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more. What you say? I hope I don't get flagged on that one. Yeah, there's just some singing right there. Y'all wanted to, y'all got it. Ding. All right, let's see. Hide user channel, and the winner is goodbye. It says the truth hurts. This time you're not getting flagged by Skynet. You just got deleted by Scorpion Deathlock, the NWO Real News. We'll see who's next. I'm like Goldberg. You're about to get speared. Let's go. Let's keep on going. Lindsay, hey, how you doing? Christine. Who else is on here today? Stalking Moon. He likes stalking the moon. That's a pretty cool name though. Let's see here. Anybody else? Who's all watching? You may know. Ryan, how you doing? Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Almost deleted you, Moon. Didn't mean to. I'm trying to go down the line, scroll down the line thing here. I think that's it. Oh, Libby. Hey, Libby. Trying to call y'all out. Everybody that's got a YouTube channel. And, let's see here. Lindsay, when you getting out of Utah, do you not hear what's going on in the West Coast? Do you not hear what I'm trying to tell you? I'm going to be like, what's his name from Rush Hour? Do you understand what's coming out of my mouth? I mean, seriously, it's getting ugly. I warned y'all all the way from New Year's Eve that it was going to get bad. And here I am nailing it again. And I don't even have to have Dutch sense. You hear me? Okay, well, you need to get you get your bus ticket out of there at maybe $50. Get the hell out of there. When the ash comes up in the air, it's going to hit the roof, and all the minerals and rock that's in the ash is going to get on the roofs. And when it gets on the roofs, you're going to have problems. Your roof is going to cave in on you, and that's what we're concerned about too. And get ready for a hell of a winter. The dinosaurs didn't even make it, and they were bigger than we are. So you think about it. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it no more. Get the fuck out.
Situation. Now, this is so new. This earthquake just happened within the last 15 to 20 minutes. We need to wait to find out if it's actually caused region-wide shaking or damage. It is deep enough that it should just have been felt, but that's about it. It's deep enough far down below the plate. But this only will buy some time. This will buy a little bit of time. Maybe a few days at the most, or...
Yes, ma'am. Yellowstone, and the one that they found under California, out of nowhere, over there close to Yosemite. Another one is rumbling. You got two you got two killer volcanoes, and you got one on the east coast, believe it or not, close to Delaware, under there, and yeah, you got one down here too, in the Gulf. That's why the Gulf is so hot and warm. That you got one in the water. Here we go again. We know all. Comment removed by Skynet. I'm starting to figure Skynet's here. So, yeah. Skynet. You thought that was just a movie, didn't you? Oh my God, that's right, Christine. You're there. I know another Christine that's in. That just friended me from Michigan. So yeah, that's big. So yeah, be safe out there. You might want to go south. The post shift is happening just like the movie Day After Tomorrow. And Dennis Quaid can't save you.
Almost instantly, like down in New Zealand, 5.0 activity can pop up within minutes, and this is just the start of it. So I would expect a massive increase across the planet in the next 7 to 10 days.
Wow.
And we're going to have regions worked out for you very soon. Again, this earthquake just struck.
Yes, deep freeze is not the word. Ice age.
You're just now tuning in. An 8.1 earthquake has just struck at 600 something kilometers deep, 664 to 640, depending on who you go with. And they've now downgraded the earthquake to 7.8 from 8.1. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. They do that a lot. They'll bring an earthquake from an 8 down to a 7 just to pad the numbers.
Well, the animals are getting off the mountain in Montana over there to Yellowstone. I've noticed. Been watching videos of buffalo trying to get the hell out. And yeah, I mean, when you see a sign like that and you see birds not chirping in the mornings no more, and you don't see the bees, so many bees are dying, honeybees are gone, you start thinking, either the chemtrails are getting stronger or there really is a pole shift, which there is. I feel it. We had one yesterday. When Japan hit in 2011, we had another. We had another one. Sister's Cabin and Mountain, but it might not be whoops, shoot, not be there now due to that fire by glacier. Where's the mountains at? Where are you talking about? Is it Tennessee? Smoky Mountains? That's where I want to be. Because they got a spring there and the mountains, caves, and stuff like that. Montana. You don't want to go to Montana. I just told you, Montana's going to blow. Yeah, I don't see that happening. There's actually nobody at the park no more. They evacuated the park. So, without further ado on that one, let's keep on listening to Mr. Dutch Sense, CIA operative.
I'm going to call it an 8 because that's what it is. And you've got an 8.0 earthquake right next to our letter D, New Zealand being hit.
Well, that is a good idea. You need to find me on Facebook so you can get my follow first, and you can get my breaking news and everything. You stuck here, huh? Well, you got a hurricane coming, so look for Liberty to be in your front door.
Right off the bat, we'll go over to the west, and you're going to see a giant open area, a spot where there aren't any earthquakes. That's not what we want to see. Same for over in Indonesia, the spot between quakes. And we do not want to see any larger movement, but now it's pretty much a full...
Hey, seriously. I mean, the Ghostbusters can't even save you, and they can't bring Liberty to you. Seriously. I'm feel sorry for the ones up north. But, yeah. Hey, how you doing, Spider? I'm your roach buddy. I'm the roach spray guy. I'm the guy that I guess we just... What happened to you? We know all. I haven't seen you in a while. Did you just get stepped on? Hey, buddy, you okay over there? Hey, Spider. Hey, buddy. Damn, I killed another spider.
foregone conclusion that we're going to be seeing major unrest in the next several days. Again, if you're just now tuning in, a 7-point something has struck. What did they just do with this now? 7.8, 8.0 earthquake has just struck over in the West Pacific down below the plate. Let's take this time to go turn on a display capture and see what else is going on. We'll go ahead and turn on the National Data Buoy Center and see if we have any buoys in motion in the West Pacific. Oh, we sure do.
Hey, we all know whatever your name is. You know all. You really know it all, don't you, buddy? I know a lot because I've got ex-CI Kevin Shipp and ex-NSA Edward Snowden beating you up real bad with your spider. Ain't that right? I think you're a Mexican. I'm about to scare you. And your name is Angelisa. And you've been messing with me for years. Run. We're here. I like to thank Kevin Shipp on that one again. Scary, huh? Alright, let's keep on. I love messing with bullies. They didn't call me the scariest dude in Sloss Frat Furnace for nothing.
We sure do. All right, we've got a buoy in motion. Let's see what the event details are. Okay, well, looks like we've got...
And if you want me to go a little bit further, you're from San Diego, California.
Water changing by a few fractions of a meter, a tenth of a meter. So that's not that
But I can't talk right now. I'm about to beat up the fashion police with Undertaker.
big of a wave. However, it is a wave. So there is a wave detected almost instantly, and that again is a sign of unrest when the buoys go into motion. It's not a sign of a full tsunami yet. We'd have to see a lot of these. We'd have to see some major uplift. So if it was multiple stations showing, I might think that, okay, a wave has been generated here. But as it stands now, disturbance generated, and we would expect that to shake up the buoys surrounding the plate. We may very well see the whole plate go into motion on this. It really depends on what happens over the next couple hours. Huge earthquake just struck down below the plate. This will cause shallower, larger movement. What's the depth on this now? Let's see what they've revised to, 608. Let's look at our depth to magnitude conversion chart at 608. Let's just say 610. We need to add on 1.2 magnitude to this deep quake. That would take us up to 9.0. Or we look for a plate-wide disturbance to go around the entire planet and come back to its origin point. So start here, go around, up and across, back over to the United States, and to go out and across over to Europe and the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, then make its way back here to its origin point and cause additional large earthquake activity. This should all take place in the next 7 to 10 days. The last big deep quake we got was an 8.2, and it was right here. And it caused major movement for the people in Indonesia, for the people in Papua New Guinea, for the people in Japan. We're dealing with hundreds of people injured in Japan last night and a few fatalities from the earthquake that hit last night in our warned area. Also, hundreds of people injured and even more killed, or several hundred killed, in Lombok over in Indonesia from these big deep quakes. Do not ignore the big deep quakes. That's all I can say to you. If you do ignore it, it's like ignoring a storm. We wouldn't ignore large storms, would we? Or if you do, then you're foolish. So that's kind of where we're at. Do not ignore the seismic storm, which is taking place currently. If you're just now tuning in, one more time, 7 point something has hit. They'll probably bring it back up to 7.9. 8.0 earthquake striking in Western Pacific right on our letter D. And that stands for deep earthquakes. And man, is this a deep one. 600 kilometers deep at a power range 1.2 magnitude larger. 7.8, add on 1.2. That takes us up to 9.0 potential. So will it be a single 9 popping up next to the deep 7.8? Or will it be a plate-wide disturbance? The last 2 times this has happened, it's caused a plate-wide disturbance instead of a single larger earthquake. We have seen in the past deep 6s cause shallow 8s. That was in Christmas of December of 2016. But right now, we're dealing with the West Pacific. Wait to see what the ultimate outcome is. I have one prior example to go on, and in the prior example, 3 weeks ago, when the deep 8.2 hit, the whole planet was displaced. Now here we are again. So word up and much love. One more time, a very large earthquake has struck in the West Pacific, down below it, in the asthenosphere. And that's going to be creating shallower, larger movement very soon. What else is going on? 5.0 earthquake striking here down in New Zealand. And this is probably about the time I should go. Our workers are back to work outside. Word up, guys, and much love. I'll be back on at a moment's notice if anything else goes down. And as soon as they revise this magnitude, we'll be doing another update probably in about 30, 45 minutes. Peace out.
So that was it on that one? Wow, that was a short one. See, he's been doing a lot of short videos lately because he's been getting cut off just like I have. Which I haven't been getting cut off because I'm on gaming. And that's why I'm doing gaming and news at the same time. Just hold on. Let's see if I can find anything on this. What is going on with the news here. Let's see here. What's the deal, huh? Well, nothing yet. Anybody know anything on the earthquake yet? I haven't seen anything yet, so yeah. Interesting though. Let's see here. Alright, here y'all go. Listen to this.
If you're moderate to severe
No.
ulcerative colitis or
Sorry.
Crohn's symptoms,
Shoot, that's the wrong one. The elites walk away. Where you at, buddy? I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to hear this. Excuse me. Good grief. Did it disappear? Maybe not. Ain't that something? That's crazy. It's not even there no more. Shoot. It does not surprise me. They took it off. Well, it might be right here.
The problem is the monopoly game, which is controlled by the Federal Reserve, the private bank, which is actually controlled out of London, is manipulating all the dollars to put them out and put more and more people into debt. So the illusion of equity they have in real estate is coming apart. The players that are analyzing everything are expecting massive closures next year at the beginning of what we call the recession it's going to be worse than 29. It's your house that you're living in. You don't own it. You don't. Right. You have a contractual right to transfer the airspace subject to you paying taxes to the state. Right. For the Global 2000 discussions that we had. The real problem that they have, as Kissinger says, is there are just too many people on the planet. And 40% of the world, 2 billion of us, exist on less than $2 a day. The summary of the Global 2000 report I put up on my website, nohopes.com. But if you look at it, it makes sense to get rid of people. So what they said, they're going to make godlike decisions on who lives and who dies. Obviously, some of the meetings we sat on, we were planning on using neutron bombs on the major cities because that contains most of what they call. You actually heard this? I said it on the meetings. I was in the game big time. In fact, I was making such a mess. They decided rather than kill me, which they could, they just invited me into the inner group and asked me to be the finance chairman. And at that point, I probably would have been in, Secretary of the Treasury or something, whatever they wanted to do with me. So what I was doing prior to that, so, making it right, I would volunteer to become a president of a company, and I'd go in and liquidate it. And we get rid of the expendable containers. That was my job.
Now listen to this, folks. This is about the submarines that's going to hit the plates in the West Coast. And the part that blows me away, he walks away because they want to have sex with his 13-year-old daughter. And Republicans and Democrats are all the same. They're controlled by the New World Order.
Expendable containers meaning human beings?
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's inside vernacular, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what we used at that time. I mean, it went from there to useless eaters today. So you're happy with it. You're a human resource. So, all you are is part of the commodity. Even in the business sense, you look at it, you have a cost. Labor, what is labor?
Yeah.
Human resource.
Right.
When you're going to put together some kind of product. Well, the inside of the game, when we started using the neutron bombs today, we figured that biologicals are much cheaper. They're still planning on, the plan is to get a war started in the Middle East, and they're still planning on using a neutron bomber, one of the bombs that they've got developed on Israel, and that's to begin World War III, which is all on the cards, and it's going to happen. They even put a monument up to this whole program and call it the Georgia Guidestones.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of Atlanta, and they've got it all set down there. It's all in 8 languages. They basically it's fait accompli as far as they're concerned. It's just to get the thing going in the Middle East, and it's not going fast enough. I mean, Carter put this thing in, so we have the Plan 2000 with the war starting in the year 2000 in the Middle East.
Right.
Reduce the population of the planet down to 500 million, have one world currency under the Homeland Security, or FEMA, if you want to call it. They're going to declare an emergency, which are going to shut down everything. My friends, my CIA associates, I don't even call them friends anymore. CIA is crooks in action.
Yeah.
They're all professional liars.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be if they have that job.
Yeah.
So you have to look at what they're doing. Anyway, they're so concerned they're leaving the country too. Most of them are going to Latin America. Meanwhile, they're closing in every day right now, just closing in to make it so we're going to be set up in these enemy prisoner war camps. I published a book. It's called Chaos in America. In it, I was asked to build an enemy prisoner war camp. I put the contract in this book, so you can read it for yourself. This is in downtown Las Vegas, right on the railroad tracks. It says enemy prisoner war camp. They're all on top. They're building them all the way across the United States right now. We signed an executive order taking the old forts and the army places that we shut down to get those organized to hold the so-called dissidents. Now, what's the definition of a dissident? And the problem is that we're going to enslave ourselves because most of the people want to keep having food coming in, and you're going to follow the line. You're just walking yourself into your own prison camp. Then we're going to come down to the extermination, just like World War II.
Right.
Well, Phil and I have lectured together. I know Phil's not. He's dead now.
Yeah, I know he's dead. And so what about what he was saying about the number of bases at that time? I think it was 129 bases before he died. Underground had already been built. Was that all for the elite?
Yeah.
Really?
What are they going to do with the rest of the people? They just get rid of them, leave them above ground, and be radiated. Now, my son happens to be a nuclear physicist. Spent the last 3.5 years in a secret city in Russia. They're about 12 years ahead of us. They have 22,000 nuclear warheads. And of course, we're the target. The Soviets have 3 nuclear submarines on the west coast and 3 on the east coast. They're about 2 football fields in length, 5 stories tall, and they all are nuclear power and aimed at our major cities. West coast is gone. Well, because the plan is the northern hemisphere is where they're going to release the nuclear bombs, and the theory was that the winds from the North Pole that are coming down, because that's increasing drastically, will go to the equator, and there will be very little spillover because of the reverse of the winds because of the southern hemisphere.
Okay.
So therefore, the nuclear radiation here will be a lot more than the southern hemisphere.
And this is a fait accompli, you believe?
Oh, they think so. Oh, yeah, they think they won. That's the reason why they don't bother about me talking about it. They don't care whether you know or not. What are you going to do about it? And you have no idea what China is until you go over there for yourself. With 1,300,000,000. You understand? Almost, well, a little over 4 times our population.
Right.
It's, I spent some time over there with, and I had some government friends. They think what they're going to do is let the West go have its fight. And then they want to clean up. They say it's been 5,000 years. We want to run the world when they get through. And what they're doing, acquiring all the assets. They figure that Canada and the United States, the property there will, the food growing areas will be enough to take care of their people. And that's what they're looking at. Why are they? I mean, they bought
So the U.S. will become a resource. Yeah.
whatever's left of it.
Whatever's left of it, yeah. You seem to be in a unique position to be able to put a fair amount of this together, which is quite interesting.
Well, I walked my talk. I played the game.
You played the game. You know one level of it.
And I know, I used, like I say, I used to play around with the world leaders, so I know what they're planning on doing.
What's a change of heart? What happened in you that made you decide to share this information that happens at the inside levels?
Well, they come back to a moral situation that happened to me, I think. When I flew to Aspen. I brought my 2 daughters up there so they could go skiing. And when I was invited to this meeting, when I walked into the room, the world leaders are there, and that's when they asked me to be the finance chairman. As they said, we'd like you to be the finance chairman for the next president of the United States. And the first thing I asked is, why me? And they said, well, we owe you a favor. Remember I told you I volunteered to be president of the company, so I went down.
And then you liquidate, yeah.
I didn't charge them anything for it. It was just a game.
I see.
these things. So next thing I asked him, I said, well, wait a minute, I just started this $100 million project. And they said, don't worry about it, and we'll put it on ice. And I said, okay, who with? And I said, we can do that. Then I said the next thing was, who is going to be the next president? Now, this is 2 years before he became president. They said Jimmy Carter, and I said, Jimmy who? They said, well, he's the Democratic governor of Georgia. And I said, I've been voting Republican. And Paul Volcker says, son, don't worry about it, we control them both. And I said, well, I got the next one.
Did you hear what he just said? They control them both, and y'all are fighting and crying and spilt milk on Democrat. Oh, I hate Democrat. Oh, I hate Republican. They're all the same, folks. By the way, Donald Trump is a Democrat. I thought you might want to know that. Surprise. No, I'm not. My grandfather told me this. He was in World War II. He knows what's up. And y'all voted for them to get your address so they can give you a blue, red, or a pink dot on your mailbox. Y'all did a great job, sheep.
What does a finance chairman do? I haven't been doing that. I've been playing all this other stuff. They said, will you sit down with Ted? And so I sat over with Ted Kennedy. He's sitting right next to me. And Ted and I are, he's just joking. He said, George, you're going to love this job. You're really good with money. We're going to send you out to all the state Democratic functions to raise money for the National Democratic Party. And he said, you're going to meet some...
Well, yeah, America is stupid. They're watching that fake news up north in Washington, D.C.'s Barnum and Bailey Circus is happening right now. While y'all are watching that, the real story is the weather and the earthquakes and the volcanoes and the asteroids that's about to hit you. Then you'll wake up, won't you? Be too late then. Because it's going to be a slow death when you didn't survive.
Foxy ladies. And just then, my daughter walked in. Ted looked at me and he says, wow, I want to go to bed with that. I says, no, you don't, Ted. That's my daughter, and she's 14. And his response to me was, I don't care. I was livid. I really didn't know what to do.
So it was that moment, that personal insult.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
I got up, I walked across the room, and I then talked to Pierre Trudeau and his wife, who was the Prime Minister of Canada at that time. And I'm sitting in front of them was a little half cigar box full of white powder. And I'm looking around the rest of the room, I said, my God, something hit me at that point. If the world leaders have to resort to this, I don't think I want to be part of this thing. I mean, even to the concern, even to the pollution and getting everything else they're talking about, getting rid of all the other people. I mean, I was raised in a packing house and slaughtering animals, and you get to the point where people are just animals at that level. And then I found...
Well, what do you want to do, boys and girls? Do you want the elites to have sex with your kids? Or do you want to fight back because you heard what they said? The missiles are going to come from the North Pole. Have a nice day.
That's how I do it. I did that on a NASCAR game. I found mine. I've got 364,000 views on that. So it doesn't matter about who subscribes. It's about views now is what I'm all about. I'm all about trying to get y'all the real news out there. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm out to do now. I don't even know how many people are watching or liking, but I'm getting my butt kicked right now because I'm checking the news. Hopefully I'll get Mr. Titus O'Neil that likes to go sliding right under the ring. Let's see here, what's next? Got more news coming out? Just hold on. This thing wants to play game. That's alright, I gave Mr. Titus O'Neil a head start. That's alright, I like the challenge. Haven't been beaten 9 years, so why not now? Let's see here. Hope y'all having a good day, folks, on this Thursday. Wild day. It's been a wild year. I'm not gonna lie. But if you just joined me, the leader of ISIS is Colin Kaepernick. His family is Osama bin Laden, Barack Hussein Obama, and Saddam Hussein. And that is no joke. And The Rock admits that he eats kids right in front of a kid. Ain't that something? Does that surprise you? No. All right, guys, this is what I wanted you to hear. Christine, you wanted to hear it. This is what they're going to do to Earth, the United States. All I got to say is get out from the West Coast.
How y'all doing, folks? I'm coming here to show you that we've been lied to, and that what happened in Louisiana could be a bomb. People are saying it's an earthquake. Well, guess what? I got a friend of mine, former Navy, are telling me it's not. It's not an earthquake. It's actually a bomb. And that's how they're going to put in California. Sorry, having problems with my camera today. That's okay though. You see the blue. Okay? We reported that there was an earthquake. Breaking news. They just upgraded it to a 5.0 on the Richter scale in Louisiana. And we're not out of the woods. Not even yet. Okay? This is breaking news. They just upgraded it to a 5.0 on the Richter scale. Same thing. Well, we had an earthquake in Hawaii. Well, they're saying it was a man-made in Hawaii. Okay. Then it says, just get ready. Harvick is going to win, and I'm going to win my 15th win this year. Actually, it's my 18th win because NASCAR is fake. I'm just giving.
Oh, actually, I've won 25 races this year. So I told you I got Biff's Almanac. I got into DeLorean.
You heads up. Everything you've been watching on the news and on sports is fake. Alright? I've lost a couple this year, but it's okay. I'm getting hot just like Tony Stewart does in the summer. But I'm not even concerned about that right now. You don't understand. God is moving Earth. He is. He's moving Earth, but the New World Order is too. California's next. They just took the Bible out of the California. And California wants to be their own country. What's going to happen? Even when the Army and the Navy is the National Guard, don't save them because they want to have their own country. That's right. Who's going to save them? Nobody. Not even God, because they turned their backs on God. Well, what's happening in Washington, D.C., a circus? Y'all ain't seeing the real news because you're watching it on fake news, right? Y'all like that WWE Hall of Famer, Trump. That's right, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. Vince McMahon's wife is Linda McMahon that's in the White House with him. You see where I'm coming from? All of a sudden, Trump wants to hate each other the first year, and now this year he wants to turn face. Just giving you heads up. Okay, where are you going to be at when the big earthquake happens? The hydraulics. You're going to be alone because you didn't want to listen to me. And when the lights go out in the United States from a satellite up in the air, it's not going to be an EMP. It's going to be our own people with satellites. And I go on to say, I put all this on Facebook. Everybody's starting to share it. NASA prepares to take first pictures of planet Nibiru, even before Pluto was demoted as a planet. There was often the jokes that there was a 10th planet, known as Planet X, but in reality, people laughed it off and would obviously not take such a comment seriously. And I go on to say, and I've got people around me that I'm speaking to and talking to and I'm following, and they're giving me everything in my ear. Okay? This is what former NASA and former scientists, former Navy, former Army and Marines, and former FBI officials, ex-CIA, ex-NSA, and they're all telling the same thing. Brother Paul Begley, kudos to him, is saying the same thing. And I want to tell you this.
By the way, if you follow Paul Begley, he's a CIA operative just like Alex Jones. Thought you might want to know that. Along with BP Earthwatch.
Right now, BP Earthwatch, former Navy from the Gulf, he felt it. He lives in Mobile, Alabama. All I can say is everybody needs to get ready for this, okay? BP Earthwatch, you're on fire. You're doing a great job. Everybody needs to stay touch on YouTube because you're not getting this on the real news. Hit the notification bell and hit that like for him. BP Earthwatch is the man.
Not no more.
Mr. B is the man. And Thin Air is the man. They all predicted all the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, everything 6 days before it even happened, folks. They know everything before it happens because they know their plan. Ex-NSA, Edward Snowden, Kevin Shipp, they got poisoned by their family, and Edward Snowden seeing what was going on, that they were murdering Americans, and he walked away. Okay? You're not getting this on the real news. This is their plan. The world is coming to an end. I give it 11 more years. 2029. We're getting close, folks. And I like to thank the former officials for giving me these pictures. Former Navy, thank you. We are anonymous. We are the Marines Militia. We are WikiLeaks. Expect us. And subscribe these guys into me that supports the troops that's homeless, the domestic violence, and all that. Folks, I'm telling you right now, that bomb happened right where Louisiana is going to crack.
It broke.
Earthquake or whatever they want to call it. Hydraulics are under California right now. The East Coast is ready to blow. You see Gulf Shores is gone, folks. Ocala, Florida, Daytona, Miami, gone. The whole East Coast cut in half, 100 miles inland. Something big's about to happen, folks. They're cutting us into half because nobody wants to work no more. They don't want us to be a slave no more. It's their fault. This is what I'm going to tell you right now. CERN Switzerland is pulling everything toward us. That's why Earth is acting the way it is. They're drilling underground. 17-mile long engine is messing up Earth. If they would cut CERN off, we wouldn't have this problem. That's why we're having the volcanoes, the eruptions, and everything. We got animals running off the mountain in Montana and Wyoming. Okay? They know it's about to blow. even June yet. June 19th to August 28th, when the big solar flare is supposed to hit. How is the solar flares happening? CERN is pulling everything toward us. So I wanted to give you heads up what's going on. I've got more coming. Yes, the investigation of Paul Walker is coming up. I've seen your comment down below. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And the ones that has unsubscribed, it's your fault. You don't want to know the truth. Y'all have a nice day. I'm not going to ask you to stay. I'm helping everybody that wants to stay. Love you all.
So what do y'all think about that? Y'all surprised? I am. I mean, I've been surprised, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used. It's the new norm, is what the governor of California says. I mean, the way they're closing the economy, all them fires in the California area, and then all the storms. You don't think people are getting ready for this and prepping? If you're not, you're crazy. Chinese coming in that wants to come and eat you and have fun with your kids. You just might as well watch Rambo 1, 2, 3, and even First Blood if you want to, and figure that out. Let's see here. I wonder how many will be like, hey, I should have listened. Well, their fault. The ones that wants to play games and wants to bully and troll are the ones that's going to die first. Mark it on your calendar. And I think they're the ones that works for Antifa, and they're the pedophiles that dislikes the videos. That's the way I feel. I hope y'all enjoyed the tournaments, and I hope y'all enjoyed the news. I will be back today again. I have to have a double race today in the NASCAR because of the storm yesterday. I got knocked out pretty good. Even took out my video that I did. I hope y'all seen it. If y'all didn't, then y'all need to start coming at 4 o'clock Eastern time on the weekdays. On the weekends, it's different times. All right, folks. I really appreciate every one of y'all. I don't know who's on here. I know the ones that commented down below. Thank you. Seriously. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all just be safe. All right, guys. Shit's getting bad. Get you an earthquake kit. Get you a first aid kit. Get ready, folks. Get you a camping site set. Would be good. You know, you want to be in the woods and you want to be off the grid. Get you a camping set. That's how you're going to be cooking your rice and your beans and your stuff like that. You know, get you some canteens. A compass is a good thing to get lost in the woods. You need a compass. Go back to the old days when you were in the military, or Wild Wild West, like Woodrow from Lonesome Dove. Like I said, when they take out my family, I'm gonna, I got a plan. I don't think my family's gonna fight back. I am, but yeah. I know one person that will fight back, and that's my stepfather. He's Navy. But still hasn't showed up. He's missing. Still. My brother's missing. But I just wanted to let you know what was going on. Y'all, anything comes up, go to my other channel, NWO Rest in Pieces. I don't know why they got me. I hate that, but it's true. Rest in Pieces, NWO Real News. You'll see the U.S. Navy map. Go look at that, study it. If you're a new subscriber, go check it out. I've been on here since last year of May on that channel. I've been having to change channels because people, people are blocking me. Or YouTube is trying to block me or kick me off because they don't want to. They want you dead, if you want to know the truth. Facebook wants you dead. The news wants you dead. Y'all watch that fake news, okay? Y'all go ahead and watch that clown stuff. And share these videos if you care about others. We all need to work like a well-oiled machine because China's coming in here and working bigger than a well-oiled machine. So, I love you all. Y'all be safe. Thank you. Whoever's on here, I don't know who it is, but thanks.